And did the initiative come from her originally to take this role, or her and Murad, who is also a very wonderful figure in the movie? He has such a fantastic face, and obviously very supportive. How did this come about, and how did you also get in touch with them?
Well, actually, Haley could speak to that.
Yeah, so we got in touch with Nadia and her team in early 2016. We were doing some news coverage on the genocide, working with Luis Moreno Ocampo and some of his team, and they initially sort of alerted us to the work that they were beginning to do with Nadia, and we continued the conversation. And then I would say in the early summer of 2016, we reached out to them to see if they would be open to a documentary of some sort, and they were incredibly receptive. And Alexandria was the first person that came to mind. I think that it felt like something for so many of the reasons that really you've already identified, just that she is a young woman. And I think that what felt powerful and important to us was to find those small moments in between, and those humanizing moments and elements where hopefully in some fragment of a way we could try to connect with her, that Alexandria immediately was the right filmmaker that we wanted to go to. And it was pretty quick from there. There wasn't too much pre-production. We secured the access, and 2 weeks later we were shooting with them and really just following them around everywhere they went. But do you want to speak to how she and Murad came to the UN?
Yeah, Murad was actually living in Houston at the time that the genocide started, and was a part of a small group of people that was actually consulting with the White House and the security of where they should be bombing. And so they were very, very closely tied to that whole operation. And then Murad, for a long period of time, was in communication with women that were in captivity, that had hidden cell phones, trying to help them escape, which was obviously a very traumatic thing to be in touch with these women. And out of that operation and out of these efforts, YASDA, the organization, was born. And it was actually very random that the UN Security Council selected Nadia to come and speak on behalf of survivors of human trafficking. And I think kind of blew everyone away, as you saw in the film. And Samantha Powers was very blown away by her speech. And that was the moment that really made her the face of the Yazidis, and I think transitioned a lot of YASDA, and especially Murad, his focus on Nadia, to be the voice and the face.
Yeah, and I don't think either Nadia or Murad or anyone really expected the reaction that they got following that. And I think that that's what you see, right, is her stepping into this role and this responsibility that really wasn't a choice or something anyone ever anticipated.
And I remember seeing that speech on Facebook of Nadia, and that was, I remember the genocide happening, but I remember seeing that speech. It was the December of 2015.